Whee!
Whee! Whee! Welcome to you in YouTube land. Hello to your face holes. Hi to your mouth bits. Welcome to Monday/Tuesday here on the Amigos & Co channel. That's all I had there. Hi, welcome. Hello. I'd like to welcome Chris Vandal to the stream for the very first time. This is his very first time streaming. Hi, Chris Vandal. Chris Vandal is in the United States of America, and also streaming for the very first time is Legion Vapes of Northern New South Wales, Legion Vape Industries, proprietary limited registered trademark. Hi, Steve. Hi, Chris.
Thanks. Glad to be here, Moby.
Just for the record, in the pre-show, Mr. Vandal decided to call me Moby when we were having a heated debate about something, which I was right, he was wrong, and he came out with the below-the-belt comment of Moby. Just for the record, I'm way taller than Moby, and I'm far uglier than that man. Yeah.
You do eat meat.
I do. Yeah. Whoa. If we could have a potato check in chat just to make sure that everything is okay and the stream is coming to your ear holes. No one said anything yet, so I'm sure we're okay. But I will take this opportunity very quickly to check if Mozzie is here. Mozzie was the first one in chat. He said, 72 minutes, I'll be back. If you're not here, Mozzie, I'll be very disappointed.
He fell asleep.
Yeah, he fell asleep. He was like, I got better things to do. Birdman's here. Good morning, Birdman. Travman. Zayden, morning all. I don't usually say anything, but hello to you, Zayden. Chris Vandal's here. Legion Vapes with a spanner is here. Ern is here. Tradman is here also again. Connie is here. Hello, Connie. Ian's here. Who else is here? Rex is here. Mowgli is here. Hi, Mowgli. I think that's it. Our little family is here, and
He got something in the chat for you.
I got something in the chat. Awesome, thank you. And Australian Mr. Clean. Yep, thank you, Anthony.
Could you say lemon lime shine for me?
No.
You almost did.
See, most Australians wouldn't know who Mr. Shine is, so it's a good thing. I mean, I was horribly embarrassed and also triggered when someone sent me a photo. Was it you, Steve, who sent me, or was it you, Vandal? Someone sent me a picture of him. I was like, come on, man. Just because I'm white and I have no hair, that doesn't make me Mr. Clean, Shine, whatever his name is. Yeah.
Show me them fingernails. We'll tell you who's Mr. Clean. Yeah, see, told you, Mr. Clean.
Yeah, you see that? That was when I punched someone last time because they were giving me a bit of smack. No, not at all.
It's a compliment to be Mr. Clean.
Well, thank you.
It is.
Yeah,
It's good to, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't feel like one, but I appreciate that. Or none.
What would you rather be, Mr. Clean or Kelly Savalas? Kojak.
Kojak. Didn't Kojak pass from smoking-related illnesses?
That was Yul Brynner.
Oh, Yul Brynner, yes.
See, there's a lot of famous baldies out there.
That's right. Yeah, power to the chrome domes. Yeah, power to the chrome domes.
And if Australia ever makes their own X-Men movie, you'd definitely be Professor X.
I could be. Yeah, in the cartoons, they do draw him with quite, prolific eyebrows, and getting in my vintage. Getting closer to 50, my eyebrows are starting to take life of their own. So, yeah, could be.
You guys know Adam wears his glasses on the show, so not to stun you all night to have you entranced in his eyebrows. Because they're very expressive.
Well, thank you. Yeah. But this is becoming an issue. This is my pain and hurt of society.
It's all right. At least you have them on your forehead instead of like the security guard at a bad bar that has a whole pack of hot dogs on his neck.
That's pretty polarizing when somebody has those. When you're looking and you're like,
that's the person you know not to fight because they're wearing their armor.
That's right.
See, I just. In those situations, I'm just too tempted to stick things in there and see if they stick.
The
A bus ticket on that side, feather coming out here. You know,
If
grab
I
a
ever got
menu,
rich, I'd
just-
get the. Yeah, I'd get those as implants, dude. I'd get the implant ones. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's up, guys?
Yeah, but
Oh,
you'd
you-
want it so you've got a little Velcro, and you could so you can put your soft pouch technology in there. You know, you could put your shuffle.
A neck roll vapor, a neck roll vape. If we could make a watch vape, might as well get one of those. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, there we go. Each bottle is a different flavor. Each one's roll. Oh my god, $1 million ideas. Anyway.
Mowgli there with Telly Savalas, who added the phrase "Who loves you, baby?" To popular language while portraying a New York detective died in 1994 of prostate cancer. It's Telly
See, and that's
Savalas,
why you should check your butt.
That's right. You need to check your butt. Yeah.
It's more fun to get someone to check it for you.
Yeah.
Depends what part of town you're in.
We do have some things on our desk and in our hands, and that we will be putting in our face holes. So perhaps we should do that. Welcome to the buffet.
2 plate
Chris.
maximum.
Yeah. Mr. Chris, would you like to go first today on the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drag this out. Caliburn Anarchist Orange. And that's all I got.
Awesome. Good job. Legion, please go ahead. Engage.
I have
Legion Vapes.
some new things on the table today. This thing, which is called the Doric 60 from Vupu, which, it's one of these things. It's got a button. It's got some lights. It's got a potty top. Works quite well. Great vape, except like most devices, you just got that 8 to 10 second timeout, and when it times out, that'll start flashing red, and half the time it'll work fine, and the other half the time, see, I'm trying to show you now, and it won't do it. Half the time, it's like 3 seconds. It's kind of weird. I haven't figured that out, but I've been vaping that all week. Still using the R-Tank from Hellvape, but I got this in yesterday. This is from SX Mini. This is the new IPV, and it comes in denim.
I was gonna say that blue jean material on there looks
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Actually, it's kind of nice. Where's the little thing? There it is. Dual battery doors on either side. Nice solid build. Feels really good. Nice clicky buttons. Clear screen. And no little Yeehee joystick. I really like no joystick. It took me a little while to figure out what happens, but if you put the down button, you can adjust your curves and stuff. And lock that in. And if you hit the top button, now you can adjust. Whoop. Yeah, there you go. You can adjust.
Why would they have moved away from their singular, most trademarked? That's not the word for it, but that's what Yeehee is known for, is the joystick action.
Because nobody likes it.
That's probably a very good point.
And and in addition to that, this thing, which is also, let me zoom in a little bit. There you go. Which is a little potty system from SX Mini. It's one of these.
It
where
looks
is the edge?
fancy.
Yeah.
My fingers are all sweaty as hell. There you go. Little pot action there. Plops in. No buttons.
It's quite classy.
It's quite
Yeah, it
stylish,
looks
quite
cool.
classy. Again,
Nice.
vape, nice flavor. 0.8 is in there, but there's some higher range close if you're into that. Haven't really figured out. It looks like these would be airflow, but they're not. There's no adjusting anything. There's no buttons or anything. But yeah, I've been using this for the last day or so. Really quite nice. Just to recap, a little bit of musk in there. A little bit of banoffee from Jerk in the Dead Rabbit. No. That's in the Vupu thing. And
Can you do me a favor before you put that one away? Can you pull it out of the pot out again? That sound was very satisfying.
you can
I
hear
didn't
that?
hear it that time. Adam was laughing.
Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
All right.
Yeah, last thing. Boom. Peach tea. Coastal Clouds. Never tried anything from Coastal Clouds before. I wanted to get their maple butter, but they were all out, so I got 2 bottles of this. Sneeze time.
Blizzy.
Anyway, 2 bottles of this. I have been vaping this since what? Sunday night? We're down to there.
Coastal Clouds is one of those brands that I kind of always wanted to try.
Same here. I've always seen them around, always wanted to try. They redid their labels about a year or so ago, and they look much, much better now. And maple butter just always attracted me.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. Every time I go to New Zealand sites to go buy, maple butter's out. Just, it's gone. And so, like, yeah, whatever. But I did an order recently, and I thought, okay, if the maple butter's out, I'll try something else. And I'm glad I grabbed 2 of these because the peach tea is just really nice. Not too sweet, not too pungent.
Is Coastal Clouds, what nation are they from?
They are either Canadian or American.
Not
American.
UK? American?
I believe
Well-
so because. Well, let me look them up.
That would indicate to me that they're American.
Right. Yeah. Ern is saying there, Coastal Clouds, blood orange mango snow cone. That's a lot of words. Say that 3 times fast. Is delicious. Tastes exactly like a snow cone. Has a slight tanginess to it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. I kind of always liked the branding or whatever the rebranding was of Coastal Clouds. I thought it was, kind of met the need of what the industry is kind of pushing towards. I thought they looked nice and clean.
Well, again, if you look at that, it's nice and clean. It's very, very clear. There's absolutely nothing on here that is, child friendly or anything like that.
They'll find something, Legion. They'll find something.
Instantly identifiable too. I love when a brand has a look that jumps from bottle to bottle, like what it is.
Yeah.
It's sort of unified.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was going back to the expo, the NZ expo. They did have a what do you call it, a stand there, and it was the one that I kept walking past, and I was like, I should do that, and didn't. Yeah, there you go, Mr. Coils. Don't eat that yellow snow. That's right. But you can comment on the good penmanship if that is something that you wanted to do.
Part of me wants to take this cup and show you the front, and part of me realizes that if I picked it up and turn it, that would be a big mistake. So,
yeah. A little bit of product placement there. Thank you, Legion. Is that your buffet, sir?
that is it. I am done.
Okay.
Nice
Okay.
and simple today.
I only have a little one today. I pulled out the Kong, because I've been using that deck to do some testing on. But I put some 2.5s in there. Yesterday I was hanging out in Discord with some the fellas and some peeps, and I put some 2.5s in there, and that is a completely different VAP experience. Really enjoying that on top of the Odin 250C from Dolpo and the Vaping Bogan of Australia. Got in there some the very last of my custard and cookies from Vapor Treats. Really like that e-liquid. I also have, of course, a Snowcap mod. That is the Step. But I rebuilt the QP MR. I kind of didn't give this tank much of a VAP because I don't know why. I think I just got other stuff. But that is performing very, very nicely in there. I have a little bit of Jammet from Franken Tones in there, which is a very nice e-liquid. You should go out and buy some. But I also have this little banger here, which is the Hummingbird Shift Plus with a Pioneer MTL RTA on there. And in there I'm still getting through this one. Sad Boy Strawberry Cookie. I really like that in an MTL, even though it is a 70-30, or I guess it's a 60-something, 30-something, because you put some Nicotine in there. And but that's it. That's all I'm vapping on. I got 3 devices today. That's it.
Very good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Now what? I'd like to make an announcement.
Do it.
I have merch for sale. I have more merch for sale. I always have merch for sale, but I have more merch for sale. And if you're on my Facebook page, you would have seen me post it this morning. I got on this really, really fast. I woke up this morning And in my email box was an email from Redbubble saying that they're doing mouse mats now. And I was like, ooh, quickly look at that. And I went in, and yes, they've got two sizes of mouse mats, and one of them is just perfect. So I quickly went into the back end and enabled a couple of the designs that we already have to do some build mats. Basically, desk mats, big mats that we use for build mats are the same thing. So you can get a Legion Vapes one. There's a Legion Sent Me one. And there's also an Aussie Vape Show one if you're into that.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So if you guys are all looking to represent and to keep your desk clean and all that sort of stuff, and I did order one for myself, so you won't have my coffee stains on my wood desk for a while.
I know we've always, or if you're in vaping, and build mats are always kind of that thing that you needed, but in other industries, gaming or like for desks and all that sort of thing, they've been around forever, right?
Yeah, they pretty much are. We had little mats, and then as gaming sort of grew, bigger mats, especially more fancy ones, became a thing. And yeah, we've kind of sort of adopted the same, tech aesthetic thing. They come in handy though.
I've never used a build mat for building, but they are great for your desks for the computer stuff. As you guys know, I'm a very simple vapor. I use either pods or the goat heads. I'm using a full size, but it's always something good to have around. Not that I'm going to buy one because Legion suck. No, I'm kidding, but you can use it for multiple things.
I've got a stack of mats that have been sent from, you get every now and then. I've got a Steam Crave one, I've got a Dot Mod one that was sent to me, but I can't use them because you've seen my desk. If I put a mat out, it's got to go under everything. It's going to be here for a while, and I can't use branded mats because then I'm filming a Vupu.
Promos.
Yeah, I'm promoting Dot Mod in my Vupu video, etc. So I'm actually kind of glad that they came out with this because now I can have my own brand right there underneath, and yeah, it'll work.
Yeah, I'm very accustomed to using. I received a very large build mat from a couple of years ago, and it's been doing very well. But I clean my desk quite regularly, and I get lost without it. Sometimes I'm like, I'll just run the wood for a little while, and then 30 minutes later, and the mat goes back on. Yeah. But they're invaluable. Invaluable. Yeah, really, really cool. I just didn't know that. I know it's a dumb question, but I was wondering, what kind of, where did they come from? And the ones that you have, Steve, how large are they?
Let me just double check. They are quite large.
Because size matters.
Size queen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so the large ones are 80 by 39.4 centimeters.
What's that in American?
Look what I just happen to have. Oh, it's a tech.
Don't tell us that.
80 in American.
Now Adam's a designer guy that's bald that takes care of all the supermodels.
The ones that I shared the links to, that's the big ones, the more vape mat sized. And so 80 by 39.4. And if I go in...
80 by 39.
Yep.
So 39 is 15 inches in freedom measurements. By, what did you say, 79? So 15 by 31-ish freedom measurements.
Okay, so how many Chick-fil-A sandwiches lined up is that? How many
16.1. Sorry, 16 and 3/8. That's
and a
correct.
2-piece.
Yeah.
I can't find the small mat. That's the thing about Redbubble is it's kind of tricky to find shit.
I don't think I've actually ever
even if it's
ordered
your own
anything
stuff.
off Redbubble.
I've ordered tons of things off Redbubble.
I've never heard of Redbubble.
Redbubble.
You've never heard of Redbubble? They're awesome. They're actually right up your alley.
Right up your what?
Do I check my butt?
Alley.
Right.
Oh, Redbubble.
Yeah, it's kind of like what is it? Like Teespring, sort of.
Sort of, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, this is cool that you showed me this because I'm still looking for somewhere to host my Friday Fallout store. So.
There you go. It's easy to handle.
Do you get a discount code if I tell them that you sent me?
I will look into that and let you know.
All right.
That sounds like a firm no to me.
Don't call us and we won't call you.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll call us. Don't call you. Yeah. Got it. A little bit of repeating things that probably everybody in this chat already knows, for the Australians in the chat, we had a ginormously large conversation on Sunday evening with the very esteemed Dr. Colin Mendelsohn. My brain is still spinning from the information that was put out by him, clarifying the situation of October 1 on the Legion Vapes YouTube channel. You can watch the replay, #replay crew. Absolutely do it. If you in this country you currently use lower risk alternative products, or you know people that are thinking about it or have never heard of it, it is a 2-hour stream. There's a lot to unpack. But I guess I just wanted to put that there because it was out of control. I had no idea about a lot of the things, and I thought that I would be on top of particularly, the changes for legislation and that kind of situation. So it was surprising how much I didn't know. So yeah, I just wanted to say that again. I'm hoping that people are still going to watch the replay, and that piece, that wasn't. We did. Discover, a little bit of what do you call that? Negative kickback to the show, and people wanting to dissect and get the easy things out of a 2-hour stream. It's not as simple as that. So definitely give it some time, and potentially I think I will be watching it for the 3rd time very soon, just putting it on in the background so that I'm across all of the things. So yeah, it was crazy what Colin. What an incredible human, coming on and just talking about those kind of things, and we wish that
He works very hard.
he does.
All the more admirable considering he's a never smoker, never vapor. Just cares a great deal.
Those are the
Yeah,
people we need.
100%. And I'm not saying that because it's like we've dodged the bullet or anything in this country compared to other places, but advocacy is a worldwide effort.
And you pay attention if you're in a different country. Like these guys in Australia dealing with stuff, but think about it like this: they're taking on their government with more factual knowledge. They're actually listening. At least it seems like a lot more leeway in your government and people willing to listen. And the way that you guys are approaching it, I think, is very admirable. It's not just people showing up and yelling at people. You know what I mean? Like they're coming with science and facts and things like that. And sure, we're doing that. But, you got to take it beyond Instagram, guys. You got to take it beyond a repost and a reshare. You got to share it with your family, share it with your friends. Mm-hmm. We all know someone that doesn't vape. Share it with them.
That's right. Get outside the bubble. Yeah. But the biggest takeaway that I cannot stop thinking about, and I guess, Chris, you can answer this as well, taxes on medicine. Is that a thing in other countries? Is it just Australia that has that stuff that they can't put tax on medicine?
So the thing is, here in the States, you could tax just about everything. Everything's taxable in any form of way. To be honest with you, firsthand knowledge, I haven't bought medicine in a long time that's been prescribed to me. I haven't been prescribed anything in a long time, the beacon of, taking care of myself here. But yeah, everything here in the States is taxed, and that's why I really appreciate the model that they're going with out there with you guys, is because they're eliminating the tax, right? With the ones that are prescribed. It's a prescription-based thing, so it's they're treating it like a medicine, like a life-saving thing. But here in the States, no, literally everything is taxed to some degree.
Yeah, because that was by far the biggest bombshell for me that I cannot stop thinking about. Yes, it's the prescription model has its absolute downfalls, but that comment of no taxing because of the fact that it's now a medicine was I never even thought about that at all.
And that was the most respectful thing that they could have done in this whole situation with you guys, is treating it like a life-saving, like a cessation device, which it is. It's here to help people stop smoking and get you out, stop getting lung problems, things like that. It's really what it does. Is it helps people. Just because you enjoy it at the same time, that's an extra bonus. And I think that showed a lot more respect to the people that use it and the people who are trying to regulate. Okay, we understand that this is what it is, and then we're going to approach it like it's a medicine and handle it like it's a medicine, which sucks because now you can't just go in any vape shop you want and buy booty clouds, clouds, whatever the hell you want, but you could still have access to it and you're not paying a tax on it, because before this, you guys were paying taxes on nicotine products, I'm sure, yeah?
Well, no, technically.
Only tobacco.
Only tobacco. Because again, we can't buy them, but if we were buying from an international place, they don't charge, their local tax to us because it's going in,
Yeah.
that would be double dipping, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neil in the chat had sorry, go ahead, Steve. I'll get to it in a second.
I was just gonna say, it kind of makes me wonder. There's a whole contingent of vapors in Australia that they have a constant refrain, which is basically, well, now that it's prescription only, the next step is, they'll stop the imports and then they'll tax it to hell, and we'll end up paying more than cigarettes. Which clearly, this kind of shows that that doesn't actually work for them, does it? Because if it's prescription
you
only,
would make more money on prescription, not a non-prescription model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if the government here really wanted to rake in money, if their plan long term was to eventually allow vaping and then tax the hell out of it, they would be pushing it away from the TGA and saying, well, just make it consumer.
Yeah.
And then it falls under goods that we can tax. We can charge GST and all sorts of stuff.
Grandfathered into combustibles, just
Yeah.
like combustibles
And the way
is
that
in
they're
this country.
Yeah, and they're treating this like it's like they're definitely doing it for the health of like the people, whether it's a good way about it or a bad way about it. Because think about it like this: they're not taxing this stuff, and they have to create basically new departments in their government to manage this and maintain this. And they're not making you pay for it. They're including it in the standardized stuff that should be provided to you as a right under like whatever your citizenship gives you there or whatever. And it sucks. It sucks how they're going about it, and the ease of access may not be as great or the choice of products, but they found a very stable way, and they're treating you guys like adults, and they're letting you guys.
And according to Australian law, the way this is set up, non-nicotine products are not covered. So 0 milligram e-liquid is fine.
Yeah.
So as long as you can continue to get 100 milligram to add to that, the range of flavors that you get doesn't diminish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already moving the goalposts on our industry countless times leading up to this point, but that was also the biggest one, is that, do our products become dead stock straight away onto shelves for retailers? But yeah. 100%.
Which is, the absolute inverse of what's happening in the States. I mean, there's so many businesses there that have stock in warehouses or on the shelves right now, and it's like, where do we legally sit today as opposed to yesterday? Yesterday, I could sell anything I have, and now, am I busted for selling this? Do I have to shut down? Do I get rid of it? What do I do?
The current state of the United States right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did want to address this in the chat. Neil Pitts asked, "Does zero nic juice fall in PMTA?" Yes. Any product, whether it has nicotine or not, because it's for vaping. And that's the contrast of like what I've been saying with the Australian government, how they're doing it in the American government. The American government's not taking steps to actually make anything safer for anyone, but what they're doing is finding a way to get their money out of you, period. That's all this is. They're not creating like a board with the FDA to make sure that vaping products are good for you or anything like that, or they're not doing any of this stuff. They're not trying to give you a prescription thing. It's just for the money here in the United States. That's why it's going like that. If you guys don't mind, I'd like to get a little bit into what's going on right now with the recent tax thing. It's going on in the United States. So I'm going to post the link in the chat right now with my little angry all caps old man on Facebook. So basically what's going on now is the PMTA process was the September 9th was the deadline, right? For the PMTA stuff to get the information out. The FDA went through and decided to deny over 90% of the PMTA submitted. That's literally every vape company out there that like your favorite juices that you'd buy at your vape shops. It's not the stuff you'd buy at your convenience stores. So what they did is do a marketing denial order with an MDO, right? So what that means is they said that somewhere along the line of of these companies' lifelines of how long they've been around, somewhere they advertised somehow that was appealing to children. And like I explained on the last show, they even stopped companies that would have, say, like, take this bottle of Oh Boy, imagine it just a brown bottle, and it said just the name of the flavor on it, and the little nicotine warning, which is mandated by the FDA. And they don't take stylized pictures. They would put it on, like, a countertop with, like, a piece of wood panel behind it, and they even got denied for, marketing to children. Imagine that anyways. So, like, you can't even just, like any flavor, basically. So what they did is they denied all of it. People were trying to go through this appeals process, trying to figure out a way to appeal it. Call me nihilistic. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. This is a set in stone date that happened, and this happened. And it also sucks because I don't think it would have played out differently, but the industry as a whole kind of fought for a faster date for this to happen. It happened. And now basically all the vape companies in the United States are not allowed to sell products, not allowed to market products, not allowed to do things. We're in a weird spot right now. And so if you also didn't see, I don't have the link on hand, but the FDA is currently fighting for Juul. Juul, the company that started all this, that's going after the other companies that aren't sold in gas stations, Juuls, which are blamed on this imaginary kid epidemic and all this stuff of vaping. The FDA is actually fighting for them in court to give them more time to prove their products for the PMTA process, which means Juul's not going to go anywhere, guys. They're not. And this is the company that scapegoated the whole industry. So this is how it's happening. Anyways, the other day, they put it into the the House of Ways and Means, blah, 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 all this stuff for the government as a tax plan for the upcoming newest administration's agenda to pass these spending bills and these infrastructure bills and all this stuff, right? So they said that they weren't going to go after the average person, right? We're going to tax the rich. Instead, what they decided to do is go after vaping companies with this tax, right? So long story short, vaping companies that you knew don't exist anymore. Well, they still exist, but they're either doing stuff internationally or they can't sell in the States. You just can't sell in the States. No one's been approved. So technically, it's an illegal product. I'm not telling you that you don't go buy it. You're going to go to jail because no one knows what the fuck's going on right now. But so what they did was they got rid of the average vape companies, and now they're going to let big tobacco products like the Juul most likely is going to stay on there. Like, record this moment, write it down, say that, and like, if I'm wrong, shoot me a picture of you had this wrote down. I'll send you $5. Not even joking. But what's going to happen is they're going to approve the Juul, right? And they're going to let those go through. It's probably going to be like they've been pushing for the last couple of years, where it's like only the tobacco flavor or like the mint flavor, whatever the hell it is, blah, blah, blah. They're going to leave it on the market. And so then they came out with this tax, vape tax, right? So with this vape tax, it's insane. What they're charging is 0.5 cents per milligram of nicotine on any product, right? And so, like I said, that link in the chat right there and all that stuff. What they're going to do, and this if the PMTA process was somehow reversed and stuff like this tax alone would kill the industry, because at 30 mils, a 30 milliliter bottle, 6 milligrams. 30 mils are small. No one usually buys stuff like that. Usually that's like brew stuff that you find in-house at a vape shop and stuff like that. It's going to be a $5 extra tax. No one vapes that, right? So let's get more realistic. Most people would say, 120 mil, right? That's what, just for example, stuff like Turk comes in. This is 100 mil of Homeboy, but an extra 20 mils on this, right? So for a 120 mil, and if you vape 6 milligrams, the tax is going to be $40.03 on that single bottle. So what does average juice cost? I know I should probably know this stuff because I work in the industry, but guess what? I haven't paid real price for juice stuff, so I don't know off the top of my head. But you can go get a bottle of what? Like a big name juice. 120 mils is usually going to run you about like $30, right? Between like 25 to $30. So if this law passes and somehow we figure out as the vape industry to switch over to TFNs, tobacco-free nicotines, guess what? That's included in this tax. So if you don't make the PMTA process, which no one has, and then you switch over to synthetic nicotine, which is what tobacco-free nicotine is, and so boom, you can still stay on the market because technically that's not in the verbiage with the FDA. It's a loophole right now. So a lot of companies looked into doing that. And guess what? Guess who got fucking smart? The government did. And they said that the TFNs are included in this. So if you want to go and, stay in the industry, synthetic nicotine is insanely more expensive than average nicotine, tobacco-derived nicotine, right? And then, yeah, it's here in the States at least, it's a very large margin of price, especially when you're manufacturing. So it's going to cost you a lot of money to change up your formulas, right? Already off the bat. And then on top of that, you can't still ship it through USPS because it doesn't matter what if it's tobacco free or nothing like that because it's still in the ban. You can't do that. So you still have to use like a vape freight or a forwarding freighter, right, or anything like that. That's more expensive than just putting something in the mail. So they got you there with more money, and then you sell this bottle of juice of 120 mil. Let's just be conservative here with like, you know what I'm thinking, $25. You're going to pay an extra $40 on tax on that bottle. They're getting rid of the industry through suppression. It's suppressing you to where you don't want to get it. And I understand that there are people are out there that think to themselves, $80 for a bottle of juice. You know what? As long as I get the flavors I want, it's not that bad. Guess what? That's good for you. That's not what everyone else is gonna do. There are people out there that buy a 60 mil, which is like, 15 to $20, which is expensive to them, and they make that last for 2 weeks or however long they have to. Lower income communities and lower people of lower income backgrounds are usually the people affected by these kind of taxes because they usually get into something like smoking cigarettes. They switch over to vaping, and then they feel a lot better. But not when a fucking single bottle of vape juice that can last you 2 weeks costs more than a carton of cigarettes, more than 2 cartons of cigarettes with this tax. So I get it. A lot of people are like, what's the point of doing this thing right now? Blah, blah, blah. If what's the point of fighting this if the PMT isn't going through? Because you can get the tobacco-free nicotine if the company can go out there and do that and still provide you with products, and they're already taking a huge hit on this. And most of the times, vape companies, in my experience, will not pass on a bulk of those costs of increase to the consumer because the consumer is the person that not only keeps them in business, but you're helping supply them with something that's a little bit safer. I cannot find a more sympathetic industry than the vape industry towards its customers. And so that's the whole, and so like say this, the company switches over to tobacco-free, tobacco-free nicotine, and they do that stuff, and then they do all this. This is the reason why you fight, because these companies are going to go out and spend a lot of money on these products and do that stuff and try to mostly eat a lot of those costs. At a wholesale level, you can maybe have some wiggle room. At a retail level, no, absolutely not. There's no way you're going to walk into a vape shop and go buy an $80 bottle of juice. How many times do you go in the smoke shop to go buy an $80 bong? No, you usually walk out with a $25 piece. I know that's a terrible comparison, but that's how people think. You're not going to go in there and think that, especially when a carton of cigarettes is less than half the cost of a bottle of vape juice at this point. So this is the whole reason why you guys need to go in there. If you don't want to be personal about it, I'm putting it back in the chat again. You don't want to put your personal information. Kasa always does great things by doing, pre-filled out stuff. You just change a few things here and there and stuff like that. But you need to get in there and do this because if you think it's over, this is like a nail in the coffin until you want to buy super douchey, I'm not talking shit about the company, but they always just came off to me like a VGod product, you know what I mean? Overpriced as shit, and stuff like that. Those are going to be if anything survives, those are the kind of prices you're going to see on everything, not just from one manufacturer, everything. So this is it's a serious time to do it. I get it. We're all fatigued. You guys saw me on last week's show. I told half y'all I couldn't stand some of y'all, and not watching. But you get what I'm saying. It sucks and it's exhausting. But guess what? This is you got to fight for what you like. You got to fight for what you do.
I have a question about tobacco-free nicotine. Can you buy it? Is it simple to purchase at this point in time, or is it not?
At this point in time, it's different because you have to have your stuff registered, and you got to figure out what's going on right now with tobacco-free nicotine, where a lot of people are having problems with in the industry. Is what are you using it for? You're using it for vaping products. I can't ship it to you through USPS.
Yeah.
I can't ship it through FedEx. I can't do that. And then so there's not a lot it's really weird right now. No one has an answer for anything directly. No one straight up nobody does. And I know you guys may remember a year or two ago when we were going through this with the PMTA process, and you have all these people on YouTube such as myself, but maybe a lot bigger stuff saying oh, I know some secrets, but I'm not going to tell you. Stop listening to that shit and just go put your nose to paper. or your pen to paper where you can. Don't wait for somebody out there to like, tell you like it's going to be okay. Don't wait for somebody out there with connections in the industry. I made one product 10 years ago. I know everything about vape because I'm on YouTube every day talking about it. And I'm not talking anything about anybody directly, but a lot of people look up to like these people like us on the screen. It's like they'll figure it out. Their following will figure it out. Those people figure out. No, you're the person that's watching this. We want you to go do this. We want you to put your time and effort into it because it's going to affect you. And like, I could sit here and yell at you all day about it. I'll be fine. I work for a company that exports to international countries. I'm not going to go without a vape, but guess who might? You might. You might. And I'm still here telling you to go fucking do it. I'm still here telling you to go fight for it. I'll be okay, but I want you to be okay. I want the future generations to be okay. And that's what you're doing it for. You guys think it's all cool with the little group of friends you have now in the advocacy industry. Imagine how much better it would be with the people coming in that you could teach stuff to and they could pass it on and they could help other people. Keep the fucking momentum going.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just going to... Travman has asked the question there. Is any way us Aussies can get behind Kassar?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% you can. If you wanted to, make a small contribution, you can do that. You can... help with testimonials. You can become a member. There are heaps of things you can do. Not all of the call to actions, and I'm probably speaking out of my elbow here, not all of the call to actions you might be able to participate in, but I've certainly participated in a lot of them, so you can. It just might feel like you're not doing a lot, but it's certainly anything helps.
Every bit helps.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Just get the information out there. Get it out there. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. The average person's a person you need to convince. It's not the other guy on Facebook that's literally there just to troll your page. Where, like, say you post an advocacy thing on Facebook or Instagram, and there's a guy talking mad shit saying, "Oh, this is going to kill people." I'm not telling you not to try, but guess what? His mind's already made up. You know who you need to talk to? The people that know you, respect your opinion, respect you for who you are, and then you go out there and you share the information at a family barbecue or an outing where you go bowling with some friends. And then guess what? When someone around them, after you've informed them with things and you showed them some stuff, like just pull up a link on your phone and stuff, next conversation they're in with people that don't vape and someone says something ignorant because they know now and they're educated, they're going to be willing enough to speak up on the behalf of us, the industry and the community, and share the bright knowledge. And guess what that does? You ever play telephone in elementary school? Eventually, the words get fucked up, but it gets spread, and it spreads to everyone. Yeah,
it's already being spread. I mean, the whole conversation about Biden and taxing and that whole situation, it's being brought to a lot of people now, which is... It's bad, but it's also really, really good in the same time. IMO, of course. Yeah. Well said, dude. Thank you for saying that all again. And, it's freedom. That's right. Apathy Milia, 100%. Freedom for the peeps.
Kind of makes me think that the Canadian government, if they'd known 6 months ago what was going to happen, they would have gone a different way. Canada has a tendency to go, "Oh, America's going there. There's a market for us." Can you imagine if the Canadians had allowed flavors and higher strengths and everything? If they'd gotten behind vaping, how much traffic across the border there would have been over the next year? I mean, they've done that for 20, 30 years with the 18
marijuana.
to 21-year-olds with alcohol. I mean, just a line.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's
just crazy.
Just need a line of vape stores just right on the other side of the border. Yeah. You drive over, stock up in the trunk, drive back again.
Isn't that what people did in Europe anyway? Like with alcohol, you would, go to Europe, get out of the UK and take the train to get on the Channel and go to France, and you would go and buy beer and booze and like all sorts of stuff and just bring it straight back because you got a different tax rate.
And here in America, in Las Vegas, Nevada, like everyone in town, so it's illegal to have like show fireworks, basically the ones that shoot up in the air and explode, some mortars and cannons, like they're illegal. 70 miles out that way is a town called Pahrump, Nevada, where it's legal to buy them there, but you can't launch them there. And those fireworks are literally illegal every part of the fucking country. So for some reason, Nye County, Nevada doesn't make it illegal. Guess who always goes there and buys it? So we have little fireworks stands pop up around the 4th of July here in your gas station. You got your snakes and sparklers. You know what I mean? That shit you see on Joe Dirt. But literally every single person I know that's into fireworks just drives over the mountain, gets the illegal product, and brings it back.
How much industry how much industry historically has California and Nevada given to Mexico and the medical institutions, just driving over to pick up their medicine at $5 a
Yep.
box as opposed to 1800 in the States,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. I mean, there's always been that sort of
Yeah.
gray market,
it's
not
always-
black market. Yeah.
And they always say, like, we need to stop with the fireworks this year, guys, blah, blah, blah. Stop doing it, stop doing it. Get rid of the fucking fireworks. Like, tell me where it makes sense where you're going to complain about something you're letting people attain. And, like, that's just how it always fucking goes. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a door to it. And, like, you can buy fireworks that could set your house on fire in another county over. No one bats an eye. But, goddamn, if you want to enjoy vaping while you're taking a shit in the morning when you wake up, like...
Fireworks are illegal in this country, but New Year's Eve and,
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. It's like, well,
And
where
you
did
can
you get them
literally
from?
Yeah, and it's not a secret. You know what you do to find these people? You look at the firework and then look down.
Yeah.
I mean, also in your area, I mean, you have something that we don't really have here. We have states and we have regions and stuff, but the difference between them isn't that much. But you guys have like dry counties. And, historically, I mean, just again, it's just a known thing. There are bars right on the border. Like this is a dry county, but every Saturday night, the county's empty. They're all in Fred's bar just over the border. You just drive down there, you liquor up, you drive home. The drunk driving rates in dry counties must be astonishingly high just because of you can't drink at home.
Driving back home. Yeah. And like you're like, oh, we do this to avoid problems, and then all you do is create more.
Yeah.
Create more. Because guess what? They have 30 fucking assholes driving back full of white cloth and beer and all that stuff, on your roads. Like you didn't fix anything, but it's like an ideological thing. People think like, I did that, I washed my hands of it. There's nothing like, it's not on me. That's what these governments and stuff do. And no, it's completely on you. You made the rule.
Yeah. I apologize if it's my internet that's being a bit buggy.
I think it's actually Chris's.
Oh, really? No, it could be mine. My internet company is corrupted as well. Doing some.
It's mine. I think someone's watching Grey's Anatomy in the other room.
Grey's Anatomy. There's quite a lot of comments in chat about all the sort of stuff. You be careful. Is all I'm going to say there. You can make the right choice or make not the right choice.
Make whatever your choice you're going to make, just to make it public.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on there, but maybe we should just move to the motivational blahs, the blah blahs.
Yes.
What happened there? Okay, let's do that just before, because we're coming into the closing moments of the show. The motivational blah blahs. You can even. This one was inspired by another project this morning. Cumulatively, which is a very hard word to say, cumulatively, small decisions, choices, actions make a very big difference. There's a lot of that going on at the moment, and a lot of people talking about stuff that they're going to do or have done or want to do and haven't done. I don't really have an explanation for this, but I do know that things have a snowball effect, and changing the mindset or changing an action can have massive consequences, and choices are one of those things that we do have a little bit of control over. You might not be able to influence what's going on around you, but you can make a choice up to a point. So that's kind of where I was going with that.
Let's kind of raise that
How you react to it.
does raise that thing that people do all the time, whereas they make a big decision. I'm gonna lose weight. That's it. I'm just gonna lose weight. That's the big decision. But the little decision is, one more cracker. Oh, an ice cream doesn't help. Oh, I'm gonna throw a Mars bar in while I'm here. All those little tiny decisions, and the weight just keeps growing.
Yep.
We do that all the time with all sorts of things. We make a big decision, but all the little decisions we make constantly, they undermine it.
Yeah.
It definitely takes a lot, and you got to remind yourselves that, just saying that you want to do something, or we got to remind ourselves as people that, saying you want to do something, sure, that might be the what is that called, a monologue into a book or whatever it's called, but that's not the start of the book. That's that's what the intention behind the book being written behind it is. And you got to start on that first page, whatever it is, big things, small things. But the big decisions are usually the ones that you think are like, the big changing ones. No, it's all the details that make you get to that point of making a big decision.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I would say that for me personally, when I was able to look at the small details of stuff, I was able to achieve so much more making those little decisions than opposed to focusing on the big picture, which is very intimidating. Very intimidating, and if you say it's impossible, then it becomes impossible. So it's just one of those things. Tick away at it. It always comes back to that how do you bite an elephant? Always, everything. I guess that's just the way my brain works. Yeah.
You just have a desire to eat elephants?
I do.
Yeah, for real.
Straight up barbecue. Yeah, brisket, elephant brisket.
It seems like it would be tough meat.
Imagine how big your smoker would have to be.
Yeah. Oh, it's like and the cheek is still too big to fit inside my smoker. Yeah.
Anthony in chat says, "I don't want to lose weight, but I wouldn't mind giving away some to those in need."
It's the thought that counts, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do that. Awesome.
I got a question, and Dennis, I'm sorry for riffing off your comment there, but KY jelly, does that come from Kentucky? is that where the name comes from?
I really doubt anyone in Kentucky that would have the need for KY uses KY. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Is it short for Kentucky jelly? Seriously?
Kentucky fried jelly?
Yeah.
I need to go. Why would they have? Why?
Is it flavored? Well, I mean, that doesn't have flavors.
7 herbs and spices.
7 herbs and spices for your pleasure.
I can't believe I'm typing this into Google, but I am going
looking up where it's at.
I want to see the origin. The KY jelly origin is not 3 words that I would have ever put into.
Oh, your search history is nothing like mine. It's like really random shit.
This was introduced in January 1904 by pharmaceutical company Van Horn and Sawtell of New York City, later acquired by Johnson & Johnson. KY Jelly's original stated purpose was as a surgical lubricant and was often chosen by doctors of its natural base.
Yeah, they used to use it when they would stick in like rusty metal and to do your surgeries back in the days before like sanitation was a big thing and all that stuff. And like they'd rearrange your insides with their bare hands after they just did surgery on someone else. So KY jelly, man, that's where it started. Pushing back in your guts, and now it's used for pushing your guts again. What a surprising time!
Wow. Also, getting lucky in Kentucky. I've never heard that one. That one gets 5 points to Anthony Ramilla. Very nice.
I think that wins the show.
Wins the internet.
Ern says the origin of KY are unknown. The brand name origin and 2 popular are 1, that it was created in Kentucky, and 2, the letters represent the key ingredient used to make the lubricant.
Yeah.
KY jelly and
ketamine
Lucky
and
in Kentucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes. Yeah. Awesome. My cat's just jumped up on the table. What are you doing, you stupid feline?
That's what you get for saying KY.
That's right. Yeah, my cat was just like,
she's come to show you her butthole.
Yeah, that's right. And back to the buttholes. There we go. Yes. That's full circle, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming
Michael in all caps. No, just
no. Gentlemen, what's coming up this week for you?
Same old shit.
I'll go. Yeah. Nothing. Same old stuff for Steve.
Yeah.
Friday, we do not have a fair fallout. I'm taking the week off. I'm going that Saturday to get my junk waxed again. Guess what? I did it as a joke a while ago. I fucking love it now. It's amazing, but it's kind of starting to wintertime, so I gotta see. Like, it's not really winter. It was only 88 degrees here in Vegas today for like the first time in like feels like 1,000 years. So I don't know if it's gonna work with the chafe. You guys can find that out on the other Friday fall. That's coming up the week after next. Mm-hmm. Anyways,
doesn't it stick to the side of your leg?
Well, usually when you're sweaty, no. Like, have you ever stood at like on a sidewalk and seen the sweat drip out of your shorts onto the ground? That's what it's like here in Vegas, man.
Whoa. What?
Yeah, you're welcome. You get to imagine my ball sweat. No. But yeah.
How many milligram is your ball sweat? I need to know how much to tax it.
Yeah,
I don't. I'll have to get the answer for you later because the guy at the bus stop definitely didn't have a cell phone.
Wow.
But yeah, I did go this past weekend and I went to go get two of my two broken teeth fixed. They ended up doing 6 of them, and so yeah, I'm using an excuse to stop doing anything social this week. But other than that, no Friday Fallout. Might bring back Fallout 76 on the channel for some gaming on Sunday. Saturday, I'm helping with a friend, teaching them how to do some photo editing and take photos and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all I got. And I just talked forever.
No, that's awesome. My cat just completely ran across the keyboard and was messing up OBS, so I hope we're still streaming. Good job, cat. Yeah.
Meow.
Meow. Yeah. Stephen is doing the regular things. That's basically, he's everywhere, anywhere, all over the internet.
Buy some mouse mats.
Buy some mouse mats. Legion sent you. Yeah, there is a 75% discount off code, which is Legion sent me. That's not true at all. Don't do that. Yeah, it's not true. But they're very big and they look cool. And it says Legion. It's very, very cool. Yeah, nice. I don't have any news. Actually, no, I don't have any news. Just life goes on. And that's basically it. We do want to thank you for joining us for the Amigos and Co. Monday/Tuesday on the Intergoogles, and I guess hopefully we will be bringing some good news to you next week as usual. It's probably time to have a guest. We haven't had a guest for a while. I guess we should get some peeps on. That would be great.
Yeah. I can ask the guy at the bus stop if he wants to come on.
Definitely, yes. Bring that person on.
I was thinking of the marketing director for KY Jelly.
Sounds like a slippery slope if we start doing that.
Oh dear, oh dear. You guys are getting greasy. That's disgusting. Yeah. Any final words, folks?
Worcestershire sauce.
Butthole.
Yeah, awesome. Everybody stay strong this week. Have an excellent week. We will see you next week. Big love. All that sort of stuff. Peace, love, and mung beans. We will see you next week.
Bye.
And bye.
Bye.